Today on the Philly Tall podcast, we discuss Tyrese Maxey getting stronger and working out with LeBron James. We also got to talk about James Harden and how all he got to do is get into shape.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking sixes in the bird gang, that's I like. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Tall Podcast. And today, we really got some things to talk about. But before we do that, Sixer Nation, help your boy out. Hit that like button, subscribe if you are new, and ding that bell so you know when we drop these videos. Look at Tyrese Maxey. He's getting bigger. And some people say, of course, he's young. He's going to get bigger. All young players eventually grow into their NBA body. But to me, it's a big deal because how Tyrese Maxey plays. He's quick like lightning, and he fights at the rim. Already, I'm putting him in the category in year 2 as a top 5 finisher at the rim. You don't have to be big. One of the best finishers in the league is Kyrie Irving. Just the way he's able to contort his body and get that layup off. You don't got to slam like old school Russell Westbrook or Derrick Rose. But look at what Tyrese Maxey's able to do when he gets in the paint over the bigger defender and absorb contact and finish through. That upper body strength is going to bring him easier buckets, less effort. And he's already such a nice finisher at the rim. Just incredible touch for a young player. I expect him to do more slashing, flashing, and getting to the line for easy free throws, which he can shoot his free throws, unlike another point guard on our team. Now, Tyrese Maxey's jump from year 1 to year 2 was crazy, right? He doubled minutes, tripled almost his minutes. Doc Rivers wasn't giving him any as a young player, but he went from 8 points a game to 17 points a game, 2 assists a game to 4.5 assists a game. And his defense grew. And this is another reason why I like him getting his weight up, because he's going to be able to throw his body around at some of the 2 guards now a little bit better than he would have been last year. This kid is never going to stop. He has a motor in the offseason to always get better. I mean, he came in the league shooting 29%, shooting 32%, 29% in college, 30-something percent his first year in the NBA, all the way up to 42% from 3. We seen him with Sam Cassell and James Harden working on that mid-range. He don't got to work on it. I want James Harden to get that mid-range back because I said on this channel before, it's 3 or layup for Harden, and we'll discuss him. But look real quick. Tyrese Maxey, not necessarily doing drills in this video with LeBron James, but he's with them. Is he studying? Is he working? Because as you see here, boom, that's Tyrese Maxey behind LeBron James. And although in this clip, it's a LeBron James clip, do you think LeBron James sees Tyrese Maxey and ignores him? No, he's a player that talks to other players. So when the camera wasn't running, what was Tyrese Maxey picking his brain on? What was Tyrese Maxey doing there with him? Just because we've seen a 30-second clip where they don't really engage don't mean they didn't. I almost guarantee Tyrese Maxey engaged with him, maybe did something along the lines of training or picking his brain. But he's there. LeBron, little sidestep. And then again, he's over there talking to someone who's probably going to do the same things with him after LeBron's done. But there's no way, no how Tyrese Maxey is in the same room as LeBron James and not picking his brain. I just think that this kid has shown us time and time again that as a rookie, he came in and contributed whenever Doc Rivers would allow him to, and the step from year 1 to year 2 was enormous. He should have been a candidate for most improved player. And I just can't wait to see what year 3 has, year 4, year 5. We will be calling this kid an all-star very soon, and that's why most Philly fans, most Sixer fans, do not want to put him in a package for a Donovan Mitchell and all this stuff. Yes, Donovan, Spider, whatever you want to call him, is a great player, but we see a possible scenario. Well, right now you get a cheaper version because he's still on his rookie contract, and he can possibly be a Donovan Mitchell. He can possibly be a Donovan Mitchell just because of the grind. And let's not act like Donovan Mitchell, although he can score and drop 50 in a game, he shoots volume. This man's been able to get buckets efficiently, smart, and he's still growing around a team catered to, LeBron James, catered to Joel Embiid. Now let's flip it over to one James Harden, and I love his quote so far. I'm taking this summer as an opportunity to make sure that I get back to the elite level that I know I can be at and that I will be at. We've talked his eating habits, his hamstring, things of that nature, I believe played a part in the low-key, lackluster season he had in the 20-some games in the regular season and a little bit of postseason we saw from him. But his attitude, his heart, his mindset, and I believe his game is all going to turn up in this next upcoming season. He ain't never sacrificed this much money to play for a team like he did this offseason. He's been quoted already. I told Daryl Morey, go get who you believe is going to make us a championship team, and I'll take whatever's left. That is the attitude I want as a Philly fan. Blue collar, work hard. We know what his resume was. Former MVP, scoring champ, but that is not who he is no more. But I do believe the guy we saw last year is not who he is either. He's in between, somewhat of the Brooklyn Nets guy who was considered in the MVP top 5 finalists. This is a guy still that can get 30, not on a regular, but get it once in a while. But he also said something. In a year that I felt down, physically, mentally, I still dang near average a triple-double. And that is what I believe he's coming to show that he was not James Harden last year. And I'd say that not to say we're going to get Houston's James Harden. I think we're going to get first-year Brooklyn Nets James Harden, and that guy, alongside of a year 3 Maxey, MVP caliber Joel Embiid, and some more role players, the PJ Tuckers, the Eddie Houses, the Meltons we brought in. And then, yes, we still got guys like Tobias. We'll see what goes on with Matisse. They could be here or they could be chips that move as well. But I believe we're sleeping on what we will see from Harden in year 2 with the Sixers, playing for a contract, might I add, because he can opt out. And his object is to opt out, whether he comes back to Philly for a long term or somewhere else, is to get a legit contract. So he's playing for a lot of things. But I'm talking about a year 3 Maxey, another version of Harden with the cast we got. I think, you can expect things that, I know it was all championship bust this last time, but how many teams get put together at the trade deadline and become something successful? You don't see it. When you have big threes, whether it's Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen, it was assembled in the offseason. LeBron James in Miami, assembled in the offseason. When he went back to Cleveland, assembled in the offseason. All these big teams that got big free agents were assembled in the offseason. We weren't. So that has to be part of the scenario because it hasn't been done in NBA history. Correct me if I'm wrong. I say all that to say this. The regular season is going to go by a little suspect for me because I'm always going to be thinking we need to get to the playoffs. I got to see the finished formula. But we're still going to learn some things from the regular season about the second-year James Harden and about how good third-year Tyrese Maxey could be. So then we can formulate a hypothesis, a guess, onto whether we can ever get out the second round, the dreadful second round. But I'm liking Maxey. Attitude, it's been on point since day one, and I ain't never see this kind of James Harden, super selfless and ready to focus on winning, do whatever it takes. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section on LeBron being around Maxey in general, beefing it up, and James Harden doing everything that you can ask for as a Philly fan. One-time former MVP. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section because Sixer fans, y'all know y'all stuff. Until next time, we out.